This is known as, to the people in Lexington, as the Goose Pond. Don't ask me where that name came from, but this was a project after World War II, well, no, World War I. World War I, to put people, the servicemen to work when they came back from the service and there were no jobs, called a WPA project. And there's pictures, and I can show you some pictures. We've got some artifacts at home, but this was just a straight across level area, and they dug this out with mules and diggers, built the concrete stairs, the concrete bleachers. For years it was used as a softball and baseball field for the town, and years ago every town in America had a softball team or a baseball team, big ones. It was a big deal, because that's really all there was to do. There was not the affluence of today where you could hop in your car and go someplace. A lot of them didn't even have cars. And the high school, the old high school, was right on top of that hill, and this was, which is now that vacant lot. But the Goose Pond then was used for physical education classes, now it's used by Little League football, and that's really its only use. But as late as 10 years ago, they were still playing quasi, city league softball and baseball down here. Part of the problem is the mosquitoes are bigger than we are. It's down in that dump, and I'm telling you, they're the national bird of the Goose Pond. The other interesting thing, if you look across that big oak tree straight across from us, when we were kids and participating here in athletics, there was a path up and around that tree, and the coach would say up the hill, and up the hill was run up the hill and down the hill for any discretion and or for conditioning. Say like you were late for class, up the hill, and it was a real tough deal. The thing that I didn't know at the time, because I wasn't that attuned to it, but running up and down hills is one of the strongest ways to support the knees. Do you remember Walter Payton? The name Walter Payton, the great football player. He made running hills vogue, and as research would go on to indicate, the more you do that, the stronger we make. There are no muscles in the knee, but we support the surrounding area, the quads, the hamstrings, the gastroc, etc. So now running hills is a regular part of high intensity training. So what our coaches were telling us 40 years ago, run the hill, which we saw as punishment, was actually a phenomenal training mode, and now is vogue. All the world-class athletes are running lots of hills. So the story of the Goose Pond. I'll show you some pictures, because there's pictures of the mule carts and digging that stuff out. But that was just a flat piece of ground, and it, kind of ventured off into the holler there. The Goose Pond.